Tesla is a very interesting company. It's gaining momentum and its financials are improving with every quarter. And they make some amazing vehicles, but their business model is kind of transforming. It's interesting as you watch it. It makes more and more sense. And they're about to unleash something even more aggressive on the auto industry. And that is taking trade-ins on non-Tesla vehicles. So that's a barrier to a lot of people who have a vehicle that may be worth a decent amount of money and is looking to get into a Tesla, but they don't want the hassle of selling a vehicle on their own. Tesla's about to change that. So there's a couple big questions that come with this. Why now? The big one to me is Tesla has actually held back from aggressive sales tactics, things like taking trade-ins, lowering prices until recently, until they had enough factories and production levels were enough to where they could actually supply the vehicles for the demand. Now that their production is ramping out and they're getting quite good at making vehicles, they're gonna become a little more aggressive with their tactics to get you in a Tesla. But we got my wife this Model Y about 10 months ago, and I gotta say, I am incredibly impressed. So my go-to is going to a Vroom or Carvana and selling my used vehicle to them. Typically, they're a national dealer. My area, it seems like used car prices are a bit below national average. So using them allows me to improve my sale price, even though I'm going to a dealer versus a person, with a lot less hassle of people coming over to your house. And you always wonder if they have the money to purchase your vehicle or not anyway. So it's worked for me 3 or 4 times. It's been an incredibly seamless process, and the price they pay seems to be better than anything else I'm able to get locally. Now, Tesla does not advertise, so you kind of have to experiment on their own and going to the website or calling them or talking to somebody there. But I noticed a trade-in section popped up to their website. So I thought, well, why don't I throw this vehicle details in there and see what they'd give me for a trade-in. I was pleasantly surprised when they said they'd give me $500 more than Vroom or Carvana would on this used Jetta. And not only is that not that $500, if I buy a Tesla vehicle, I get the tax savings, obviously, of the trade-in versus the cost of the new vehicle. So historically, what I found the last 4 times I've sold a used vehicle is that the price Carvana and Vroom would pay was so much higher than local dealers that it would easily eclipse the tax savings I would get from a trade-in. But in this case, not only Tesla is paying more than those, I get the tax savings from a trade-in. This is the key to Tesla increasing their sales even further, and it's no coincidence. They know what they're doing. They're being aggressive. They want to get you in one of their electric vehicles, and this is just another tool that they're using to move that forward. So doing a trade-in with Tesla is actually similar, very similar to Carvana and Vroom. You can do it 100% on the website without talking to a person. And basically you put in the details of your vehicle, you'll get an estimate. Once you pick a new vehicle, which I have, a long-range Tesla Model Y in blue, you start an order. You put $250 on, start an order. Your trade-in then information will be attached to that order, and then they ask for additional details, basically photos of the vehicle. So I'm at that process right now. I've submitted my photos and I'm waiting for a firm price. As I said, the estimate was $19,500. We'll see what the firm price comes back and see how smooth this whole process goes for me. We've progressed a step further with the trade-in of our Jetta. We have a firm offer in hand. I've accepted the firm offer, and I've got delivery of a new Model Y long range scheduled for tomorrow. So in this case, they came back with $19,200, which is $300 less. There's no real indication why, but I suspect it was more based on time. Between the time of getting the original estimate and selecting a vehicle and scheduling a pickup time, I went on vacation, and so we lost a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I think used car prices just fluctuate that much now, and I think in general they're on a downward trend. Part of the reason why I chose now to do this. So I said, okay, $300, I'm still gonna go ahead with this. And so I've accepted that, boom, and it applies it to the purchase price of the new vehicle, and you can just pay for it that way right in the app. And so that's what I've elected to do. So I'm all paid for, trade-in accounted for, gonna go take delivery of the new vehicle tomorrow, drive this one down there, bring the keys and the title, and hand it over. We'll see how that process goes. I am sitting in the new Model Y. The Jetta is over there. The trade-in, everything is complete. Took about 10 minutes. Just had to check in, take a picture of the odometer, have them do the paperwork for that specific odometer, and take the plates off that, and we're on our way. They didn't look at the condition of the vehicle or anything like that. The price was already set. So very smooth process, way less time than at a conventional dealer. I, for one, really appreciate that. Here's the new Model Y. It looks fantastic in blue. I don't necessarily love how these wheel covers look with the blue color, but that's something we can easily change. So the trade-in of the Jetta went fine. I didn't have any problems with the Jetta. It was a fine car, but this is just better. And the trade-in of that at Tesla went quite well. The biggest time crunch, about a half hour it took, is reporting the actual odometer reading at the dealership, so then they could input that in the computer, and then it's correct on all of the paperwork and sales stuff you have to sign. But otherwise, they didn't go start the car, kick the tires, take it for a drive. Basically, they looked at it, make sure you didn't get into a big accident on the way there. Since the price was already agreed upon, I already sent photos of the condition of it in. So it was more of a, oh, look, poke their head outside and go, okay, there it is. It's not totaled. You're good to go, do the paperwork. And hand us the keys for the new Tesla, and off we go.